York Giants taking on the Tennessee Titans.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
First carry for Nick Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 22 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo and returns it right back to Samuel.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's out to Chubb, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But Howery wanted to check that down too. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times did we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about...
Chubb fumbled it, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player,
You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now back to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. These two teams all tied after 1. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, If there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Caught right side, Tate. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Sam Sloman now for the point after.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That is taken in by Hurst.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Garoppolo again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding, because that one was well over everyone's head.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got a man, complete, 20, touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, 78 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 45 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He'll get this one to Galladay. So we reach half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done.
Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On second and a yard, Garoppolo drops it off for Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
129 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Final minute now of the third quarter. Second and 1. And incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
A gain of 6 there on first. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 4. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Tennessee offense set to go again. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Garoppolo on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he will find his man Samuel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Garoppolo. Touchdown! That's caught. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Point after, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a throw here, hold in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. There's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something. Well, a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Garoppolo's throw here pulled in by Galladay. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Toss running left. This is Penny. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And he's was able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second and 9 now. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.